First son of the sea, everyone's favorite fisherman, Jinbe, has a few theories about him. Walk with me. Hello motherfuckers, welcome back to another Wicked channel. Today, yes, we'll be getting into some Jinbe theories. And I'm so excited about this because Jinbe actually has a few theories about him that I'm kind of into a little bit. So I'm excited. But currently on my channel, we are ranking the warlords, and this week is Jinbe's week. So let's get into these theories. And let's start with the possibility that Jinbe is of royal descent. Hear me out. He has one of the coolest epithets in the story. The first son of the sea, Jinbe. Like, it's so iconic, you know? But what do you mean by that? Can you elaborate on that a little more? Why haven't we gotten more about what that means? It's just like a cool name that we call him? I don't know. I think there's more to it. Now, a lot of people think that it's because he is one of the first fishermen that have movement outside of Fishman Island, you know, and can walk on among the surface of people and kind of be respected by humans themselves. But, and it is a big but, I think there's more to that epithet of first son of the sea. Now, walk with me here on a few possibilities. The one that stands out to me the most could possibly be that in the past there was a family of fishmen, okay? And they and the world government, Emu in particular, were close. They were good. He was kind of bad, an evil king fishman, okay? And this fishman was related to Jinbe. He is an ancestor of Jinbe. And when the whole ancient incident happened, Poseidon, you know, it could have something to do with that, you know. But when this whole ancient incident happened, this certain king fishman was taken out and replaced with Neptune's family, which isn't so far out of the realm of possibility here, especially with the recent reveals of ancient characters from Davy Jones and the God of War on Elbaf. If there was an ancient figure that was a fishman, and a lot of people think that is Poseidon, I think there's more. Personally, we already have Nefertari D. Lily from Alabasta, the God of War from Elbaf, the Kozuki clan from Wano. Fishman Island is right up there with the importance of these islands, okay? Why haven't we talked about a fishman yet? Maybe it was Poseidon, okay? And maybe he was evil, and this Poseidon was related to Jinbe, and that's why we call Jinbe the first son of the sea. Hello? I in seriousness, I just think it'd be interesting if Jinbe was related to this he or she character. And now I'm more on the side that it was Poseidon. Was Poseidon evil? Was he Domi Reversied? Possibly? Who knows? Now that was definitely a bit of reaching, and I'm sorry, okay? As I go on to reach even more. But this one is kind of like, it's still a reach, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Now the next option for Jinbe having special heritage is, what if he's not the first son of the sea? What if he is the first son of the sea? I'm sorry. I mean, they do have a lot of themes when it comes to the sun on Fishman Island. The sun pirates, you know, or how the Eve tree shines light down on Fishman Island, which is kind of insane, and we don't know what that means. What if Jinbe is related to that somehow? The first son of the sea. It's kind of like how Mihawk is the world's strongest swordsman. Go check out my theory video on that. It's really good. So my point being is, I think Jinbe, his heritage, his family, his ancestors had something to do with why the Eve tree reaches light all the way to, I don't know. I know I'm reaching, so let's just move on. Now my last Jinbe theory is, it's crazy. It's crazy. Jinbe will sacrifice himself for Luffy. Yeah. And you ask how? Well, it's not going to be, you know, your typical jump in front of attack that is bearing down on Luffy. That's possible, 100%. Jinbe is very loyal when it comes to Luffy. That's boring. Boring. He already did that. You know, he doesn't need to do it again. Now walk with me. Luffy will be down and out during this fight with Emu at the end of the One Piece story, and he will be begging and pleading. Luffy will be begging and pleading for meat. He needs something to eat. Oh my god. Jinbe offers himself up, and Luffy eats him and goes on to defeat Emu, goes on to claim the One Piece. The end. I'm just kidding. But I do think something like this is possible because of how loyal Jinbe is, that he will offer himself to Luffy, and as a gag, Luffy goes to like take a bite, but he's like, I can't do it, you're my friend, you know. I could see that happening. It's goofy, it's One Piece, okay? Now for a little recap of my Jinbe theories. Jinbe's heritage could be special. He could be related to the hypothetical king that I'm making up in my head, the ancient ancestor of Jinbe that was around during the ancient times and had something to do with that whole conflict. Whether he was a bad or good guy, I'm leaning more towards bad guy, and he was replaced by Neptune and that family. That's the first theory. I know, reach. And the second theory was Jinbe's heritage, this was a different option, could have had something to do with why sunlight reaches the sea floor on Fishman Island with the Eve tree. Jinbe's heritage had something to do with that. That's why we call him the first son of the sea. I know I'm reaching. I know, but there could be something to that. And last but not least was Jinbe offers himself up as food to Luffy in the end of the story, as he is depleted and needs something to defeat Emu fully. But Luffy won't do it, but I could see that happening 100%. But yeah, let me know how you feel about these Jinbe theories. I know they're reaches, but once again, just have fun. Lean into the world a little bit. Not everything is so fucking serious, you know. But go check out the rest of my Warlord theories. All of them are better than this one. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of hyping this video up a little bit, but like, it's not great, but it's not bad, you know. Like, if you like having fun, it's not bad. It's not bad. And while you're at it, my birthday was on Monday, so you know, you don't have to say happy birthday, none of that shit. Don't even say it. Just like and subscribe for me, please. I'm begging at this point, okay? But I guess that's it. Make sure you like, subscribe. Bye, motherfucker.